Welcome back to FryMinis. I'm Eric, and yeah, it has been a while, but guess what? We've got a whole new book just released today. This is Wizards of the Coast D&D 5e. Bigby presents Glory of the Giants. Thank you to our friends at Wizards of the Coast. They were able to give us an early access code, although early access is the same as your pre-order access. So if you've pre-ordered, you've already got it, but let's see, who knows? Okay, so first we're going to start with the Barbarian subclass, Path of the Giant. So no need to waste any time. Let's jump right in. Barbarians who walk the path of the giant draw strength from the same primal forces as giants. As they rage, these barbarians surge with elemental power and grow in size, taking on forms that evoke the glory of giants. Some barbarians look like oversized versions of themselves, perhaps with a hint of elemental energy flaring in their eyes and around their weapons. Others transform more dramatically, taking on the appearance of an actual giant or a form similar to an elemental wreathed in fire, frost, or lightning. Very cool concept. Obviously, it's on theme with the book. Now, if you've been around for a while with us, you know we like to put out PDFs, and every October we celebrate Baldur Hobtober. I am very clear. I do not think Wizards of the Coast looked at what we did and said, oh, but there are quite a few similarities, I think, here between this and one of our Baldur Hob or Baldur-born themed subclass options, such as the Path of the Baldur Hob. You get big, you have a special ranged option, you can do some extra damage. I don't think it's the most creative path, but I like it. It's straightforward. It's easy to play. Okay, let's talk about some actual features now. Giant's Power 3rd level Path of the Giant feature. When you choose this path, you learn to speak, read, and write Giant or one other language of your choice if you already know Giant. Additionally, you learn a cantrip of your choice, either Druidcraft or Thaumaturgy. Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for this spell. I like it a lot. I think it's important to remember giants aren't all just like a hill giant, right? It's easy to think of a giant as just like a big, massive muscle, and that's all. But a lot of the giants are actually magically themed, and the description of this subclass gives us kind of a tie into elemental powers. So this totally tracks. Great feature. Giant's Havoc, 3rd level Path of the Giant feature. Your rages pull strength from the primal might of giants, transforming you into a hulking force of destruction. While raging, you gain the following benefits. Crushing Throw. When you make a successful ranged attack with a thrown weapon using strength, you can add your rage damage bonus to the attack's damage roll. Giant Stature. Your reach increases by 5 feet, and if you are smaller than large, you become large, along with anything you are wearing. If there isn't enough room for you to increase your size doesn't change. Okay, first the throw thing, super cool. If you don't know, all the rage stuff, it's for melee, strength-based attacks only. So this gets around it. That's how we can add our rage damage. I think that's a super clean, super easy way to address being able to throw barrels and halflings at people. Nice. But what's really cool here is the large. So you change your size to large, and you're not going up. A lot of effects increase your size. So if you're small, you go to medium, medium go to large. This, you're going straight to large. So that way you can play as the iconic art for this subclass option is the halfling. You can do that no problem. But particularly nice here is the reach. I really, really like that. It always feels not great when you get bigger, but you still can only reach out 5 feet. Like it just, something doesn't click with that. So by giving in this reach here, that's awesome. And yes, of course, that would work with your pole arms. So now you're out at 15 feet poking stuff. It's really cool. And so if you pair that with Sentinel, the battlefield is yours. You just have absolute control. It's amazing. And all that, everything we just went through, that's what you get at 3rd level. So I think this would be a really solid dip, like just to go into those 3 levels to get that size and that reach, and like a cantrip, that's cool, you know. But I think the size and reach could be very attractive to a lot of fighters and paladins. And could a rogue do that? Ooh, a rogue with reach, a large rogue with reach. That's interesting. Elemental Cleaver, 6th level Path of the Giant feature. Your bond with the elemental might of giants grows, and you learn to infuse weapons with primordial energy. When you enter your rage, you can choose one weapon that you're holding and infuse it with one of the following damage types: acid, cold, fire, thunder, or lightning. While you wield the infused weapon during your rage, the weapon's damage type changes to the chosen type. It deals an extra 1d6 damage of the chosen type when it hits, and it gains the thrown property with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. If you throw the weapon, it reappears in your hand the instant after it hits or misses a target. The infused weapon's benefits are suppressed while a creature other than you wields it. While raging and holding the infused weapon, you can use a bonus action to change the infused weapon's current damage type to another one from the damage type options above. Wow. So, super Mjolnir. Hilariously, we actually, one of our other free PDFs is a Path of the Space Viking, which is kind of like a nod to Thor, and it's a very similar feature here. I want to be clear, I'm not saying Wizards is borrowing from us. It's funny how our design approach kind of aligns. So maybe I'm doing something right, I guess. Very cool. So throwing your weapon, that's always fun. Getting extra damage, of course, is great. Getting that instant return is awesome. And it doesn't say it has to be like a light weapon or anything. So you could throw, if we're sticking with that polearm idea for the reach, you can have that on here. Now, yeah, that's so cool. I love it. Being able to change the damage is nice, but I imagine most people will kind of have a theme outside of a specific, like if there's a troll, if the troll joins the combat and you're normally like a lightning themed person, you can change it. But generally, I think most people will probably have one. Mighty Impel, 10th level Path of the Giant feature. Your connection to giant strength allows you to hurl both allies and enemies on the battlefield. As a bonus action while raging, you can choose one medium or smaller creature within your reach and move it to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of yourself. An unwilling creature must succeed on a strength saving throw, DC equals 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength modifier to avoid the effect. If at the end of the movement, the thrown creature isn't on a surface or liquid that can support it, the creature falls, taking damage as normal and landing prone. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Throwing creatures around is just, it's awesome. Obviously, controlling the battlefield and positioning is super duper important to how everything works in any kind of battle or combat based game. But just the imagery of picking somebody up and throwing them is so nice. I'm a big fan, big fan. And most barbarian subclasses have a bonus action that they'll regularly use. We already got the bonus action to change the damage type with our weapon, but that's not something you'll usually do every turn. This is something you can do every turn or every round on your turn, and I think it's great. Demiurgic Colossus, 14th level Path of the Giant feature. The primordial power of your rage intensifies. When you rage, your reach increases by 10 feet. Your size can increase to large or huge, your choice, and you can use your mighty impel to move creatures that are large or smaller. In addition, the extra damage dealt by your elemental cleaver feature increases to 2d6. Now, this is a great capstone. I know a lot of people have feelings about subclass capstones, about whether they should bring in a whole new ultra powerful feature or if they should just kind of raise the whole thing up. Generally, I like to raise it up, to step it up, to say like this is our ultimate form kind of approach. And this does exactly that. So we're going from 1d6 extra damage to 2d6. That's cool. Is that going to be a game changer? No. Being able to throw large or smaller creatures is significantly powerful because that opens up a very large range of creatures that you could be fighting. A lot of times I feel people when they're fighting monsters, we'll just automatically like, oh, it's a monster, should be big. So it'll be like a large creature. So you've got the option here. I like it. Increasing your reach to 10 feet, up from 5 extra feet. So your base reach is now 15 feet. So your normal 5 plus 10 to get us to 15. And then if you're using a pole arm, I guess an extra 5, right? So 20-foot reach. It's so much of what's going to be like, if you position yourself well in the field, you're going to be able to impact almost everything going around you. And by increasing your size up to huge, you are now able to do so much. So you are, because you can attempt to grapple things your size or one larger. So now if you're huge, now you are grappling gargantuan creatures, right? So now you are grappling the Tarrasque. So really, really impressive power you get from that. I love to use grapples and shoves and things like that. And now that you can do those, it's just, I love it. So yes, clearly there is some connection here to the Rune Knight fighter. My wife played level 1 through 20 with the Unearthed Arcana version of the Rune Knight. You can actually, up here, right here, this is Baldur. We have a medium version, and then we've got the large version and the huge version for when she would change her size. These two are Hero Forge. And she loved it. She played very smartly with lots of grapples, lots of control, and just lots of damage. So very cool. Do I think this is the most complex class? No. Or subclass? No. Do I think this is a really cool subclass? Yes. I think this brings a lot of utility to Barbarian, which, you know, a common complaint is that it's really easy to just get stuck in the I attack mode with Barbarian. But here with your size difference, with throwing things around, I think you're setting yourself up for a very dynamic play style if you want. You don't have to. You can just keep smashing away if you want to do that too. Everything's good. So yes, I would say big thumbs up to Path of the Giant Barbarian subclass. We're going to work on some more videos for the other things here in the book, but really, I'm gearing up for Baldur's Gate 3. We're going to do some streaming. If you go to the channel, you can vote on which character I'm going to play, or leave a comment in here in the comments on the video. I'll take a look there too. Currently, I put in 4 options. Currently, Lucy, the Dragonborn Ranger, is trending to be what I'll end up playing, which sounds cool to me. But let me know. Would you play Path of the Barbarian? I would. All right. Thanks. See you later.